Let me start this episode 4 with a certain revelation that I had over the last week, pondering over all the guests who have been with us. कितने लोग आए, कितनों ने हमारे साथ अपनी कहानी शेयर करी, आपकी कहानी, आपकी ज़ुबानी, the format of the program. And मैं कुछ सोच रहा था because our next guest today for the first part of episode 4 is very special. You know how a butterfly is born? तितली कैसे पैदा होती है? आपको पता है कि there are eggs, then there's larvae, then there's pupae, then there's a cocoon, and there's a chrysalis, और उसके बाद बन के निकलता है. So life में when a problem comes, you enter these stages और उसके बाद एक तितली की तरह आप अपने पंख फैला के उड़ते हो और उस आसमान को रंगीन बना देते हो और किसी का भी समा बना देते हो, right? But business is very different. Life में बहुत बार आपको इसी प्रोसेस से चलना पड़ता है और गिर के खड़े होना, उसी को कहते हैं ट्रू लीडर. और हमारे नेक्स्ट जो गेस्ट हैं आज, मानव शर्मा. ही इज वन ऑफ द सेलिब्रिटी शेफ्स ऑफ इंडिया. आई एम सो ग्लैड यू आर हियर विद अस.
It's my pleasure, my privilege.
नहीं, आपकी जब कहानी सुनी थी when we discussed, it was really riveting. मतलब how many times will a person reinvent himself or herself? And you're a standing testimony of that. You were on the cover of India Today, I think about a decade and a half ago, and I think Delhi ke one of the finest restaurants aapke the. You had 10 restaurants. You had Plouf, you had Ignis, you had Blanco, so many restaurants, and now you shut them and you are doing something entirely different. I'm sure, like me, even the viewers would be interested to know what made you go through those kind of decisions. So how has it been so far?
It's been great. Life has been, has thrown a lot of challenges, and at every moment of time, at every turn, I have reinvented myself, and it's great going, and it's very fulfilling now at this stage to support restaurateurs, create menus for them, or handhold people who are entering the industry. This is a very difficult industry. Somebody says I want to open a restaurant, so it takes a lot of courage, and it's a brave person who's getting into this world, and I'm saying that with a lot of conviction. The success rate of restaurant industry in India is still 5%.
Still 5%. Out of every 100 restaurants that open, only 5 survive. My God.
Yeah, and in this industry, a lot of people want to enter and keep entering and keep feeling. See, what happens is that food is something which is connected with, it's emotional. It is palate. It is something that you can taste.
Absolutely.
And people get into the business with a lot of passion.
But मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ मानव कि आपने भी किसी और like any other person, आपने होटल मैनेजमेंट चूज किया, कमिंग फ्रॉम अ फैमिली ऑफ डिफेंस पर्सनल. सो हाउ डिफिकल्ट वाज दैट? सबसे पहले ये काउंटर करते हैं, बिकॉज ऐसी सपना था और लोगों के भी सपने हैं, आपने कैसे कन्विंस किया?
नहीं, कन्विंस करने के लिए ज़्यादा कुछ था नहीं. डैड इज इन द फोर्सेस, ही वाज इन द बीएसएफ, एंड इट वाज नेचुरल फॉर मी, एंड काइंड ऑफ इन द बैक ऑफ माय माइंड मेरे लिए ये था कि हाँ ठीक है, बढ़िया लाइफ है.
इंस्टिंक्ट, योर इंस्टिंक्ट स्पोक.
ये मतलब बचपन से ये था कि दिस इज अ गुड लाइन टू बी इन, and I was kind of a person who would, I was looking forward to maybe getting to ND or something like that. So given that exam, the only other exam which I gave, was hotel management, and that was something which was very, I do keep doing something at home, keep cooking something at home, and so interestingly, my interview for hotel management and my interview call of the NDA happened on the same day. So I had to choose, and that was the first time in life when I had to choose. And that decision was mine, and I have not looked back since then.
But you make it sound so simple. This is the true trait of a leader, क्योंकि being there, done that, मतलब कि वो इसीलिए हमारे बीच आके बैठे ताकि वो आपको एक प्रेरणा दे सके और बता सके कि मुमकिन है, करो, आगे की मत सोचो, जो प्रेजेंट कंडीशन में उसमें चलो. पता नहीं कितने क्वेश्चंस उठे होंगे मानव के भी जहन में कि मैं इस इंडस्ट्री में जा रहा हूं, बट ही टुक द स्टेप. And there is nothing to regret today. That's what he said. It's been a blessing.
Yeah, I mean, for me, there were just a couple of thoughts. इतना complicated नहीं था at the age of 19, 20. इतना ज़्यादा processing भी नहीं होता. उस वक्त ज़्यादा मालूम भी नहीं था. YouTube, Google ये सब इतना होता नहीं था. बार पढ़ के कुछ लोगों से बात करके he was the only information I would get. So there were two things which I said. One is that I have seen this life. I've seen the life of forces, and I've
absolutely coming from a different
all over from Pakistan border to Bangladesh border and all over the world. Northeast देखा हुआ, पूरा इधर west देखा हुआ. So I thought, let me do something different. Let me walk the the path,
The territory unknown.
yeah.
Or your own territory. Why go on an invented way? Why not reinvent your own way? अपना रास्ता खुद बनाया जाए.
So
Wow.
walk on an untreaded path and see what life has for you. And that was something, you know, it was more of an adventure.
इसमें एक खास बात मैं पूछना चाहूंगा. सी लाइक एनी अदर होटल मैनेजमेंट स्टूडेंट आपने भी ज्वाइन किया होगा स्टार्टिंग विथ यू नो द वेरी फर्स्ट ऑफ इट्स काइंड जॉब. ठीक है, आपको किचन साफ रखना है, ये वहां से लेके आज जिस स्टेज पे आप पहुंचे, जो आपने बताया, जो द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग दैट यू सेड, ओनली 5% रेस्टोरेंट्स सी डे लाइट.
Yeah.
By daylight I mean success or that they're running.
Which is they are profitable. As,
Yeah.
I mean, as simple as what it's a
मतलब
business. Yeah.
खाना बनाना ही नहीं है इसके अंदर प्रोक्योरमेंट आती है, इसके अंदर हाइजीन आता है, इसके अंदर यू नो बिजनेस मॉडल आता है, बिजनेस प्लानिंग आता है, स्पेस डिजाइन आता है, किचन डिजाइन आता है. देयर सो मेनी थिंग्स अटैच्ड, मार्केटिंग एंड कम्युनिकेशन एंड ब्रांडिंग आता है, ब्रांड नेम आता है. आपने इन सब में महारत हासिल करी. हाउ डिड यू मैनेज टू डू दैट?
So, you know, the place to stand is that I don't know anything. And in this project, I want to see what I can learn from this project.
Amazing.
It's the only place to stand.
मतलब I was having a conversation with someone the other day और मैंने बोला मेरी लाइफ का मंत्र है I don't know, and that's a great philosophy to follow.
See, when you know something, and it's not that you know something, when you stand in a place that I know, then कुछ और नो करने का पॉसिबिलिटी खत्म हो जाता है.
Absolutely.
So in every project, it is not that you like. It's not that you're saying that मुझे कुछ नहीं आता. Not like that. But you stand in a place कि okay, let me explore.
Yeah.
Okay, how would it be when somebody says something? You're not saying नहीं ऐसे नहीं होगा, नहीं ऐसे नहीं चलेगा. You know, ये मुझे पता है कैसे होता है. You know, and not like that.
हाँ.
But like that. Okay, really. Okay, let me see. Okay, how will this work? Okay, what benefit will we get out of this? Okay, let me consider this. You know, so that kind of builds. And then you stand in a place of exploration with the client, and then together you are looking as a team what will work for him and what will not work for him, and then उसमें से automatically निकल के आता है.
One thing I want to come back to Manav and ask this. It's a very pertinent question. You have been famous in the industry, with the temper of a Shaolin master or someone like that who is so strict. And मतलब आपके सामने आने से लोग कतराते थे, मेरे सुनने में आया, बिकॉज आप इतने स्ट्रिक्ट थे. एंड यूर अ परफेक्शनिस्ट, यूर एन आर्टिस्ट, बिकॉज सी आई कमिंग फ्रॉम ब्रांड बिल्डिंग एंड आई पेंट ऑल्सो, तो आई कैन रियली रिलेट टू इट, क्योंकि खाना बनाना मुझे भी अच्छा लगता है. एंड मैं किस तरह से देखता हूँ, अरे कलर अब बदल रहा है, अब मजा आ रहा है इसके अंदर, तो आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट फीलिंग. हाँ, आप तक पहुंचने के लिए मुझे शायद पता नहीं कितने जन्म लेने पड़ेंगे, लेकिन हाउ डिड ऑल दिस like being this kind of a strict person, how have people taken to your personality and how did you bend to that personality? क्योंकि देखो आप अपना innate nature कभी नहीं छोड़ सकता इंसान.
Yeah.
So that is what I would like to ask you.
See, like I said, तो पहले जो in my earlier part of my career when I started consulting, it was more from the domain of knowledge, and it was about what will work and some principles and values which I fixed. And like a constitution की ऐसे ही होने वाला है. This is how things have to be, and this is the only way it will work. Right? So, and obviously those kind of that kind of a view always have challenges, right?
So basically transformation in two different domains, one as a professional in the industry and one as a human being yourself as well, which they both have to go side by side.
See, I had the unique privilege of being on the other side. I have run my own restaurants. I have worked as a chef. I've worked as a chef in restaurants. And hotels.
Been there, done that.
I've been with Taj Group of Hotels as a senior chef. So, I have seen business from the other side.
Yeah.
And I understand the pain of a restaurant.
Yeah.
At the same time, it is also my responsibility to the learnings I have had from the industry. The values, the systems, the SOPs, those things have to be inculcated.
Absolutely.
In the unorganized sector, and that is what.
Excellent. It is so difficult. There are very few people you can count who actually have the capacity to be the devil's advocate for themselves as well. You come in that category because this is something, देखो अपने आप को to be a critic of your own self and the processes and no matter what, जी धर्म क्या कहता है business के अंदर, you know, कई एक बार पीछे कोई कह रहा था कि you know what could be the dharma of business, it is that under any circumstance you can't let your client suffer, and that is what Manav is talking and sharing with us about, you know, कि systems and processes apart from your passion are very important और वो वहाँ कभी compromise नहीं करते.
Yeah, so starting from like we do work from conceptualization to execution, you know, कितना बड़ा रेस्टोरेंट होना चाहिए रेस्टोरेंट होना चाहिए कि कैफे होना चाहिए, माइक्रो ब्रूवरी होनी चाहिए, you know, or it should be a banquet or whatever, right? What kind of business it should be? What is the why of it? क्यों होना चाहिए? What is the gap in the market, right? And from deciding and then creating the concept. What is the concept? Right, and then finding the location. Normally it's the other way around. People have a place and then they यहाँ क्या खुल सकता है? No, bad idea. You know, that's not a bad idea. It's more like the choices and the
every place has a different you know way to function.
Maximum opportunity to bloom is not there.
आपने बहुत अच्छी बात साथ में इसके साथ वो भी बताई थी कि हम कभी गोलगप्पे वाले से नहीं सीखते. That was really interesting.
That is the next part which will come to. So that is the one part, right? Yeah. So creating the concept first. One thing which I would, you know, highly advise is to learn. And see, अभी हम लोग बाहर जाते हैं तो हम लोग ये सब जो लोग मार्केट में हैं जो खाना बेचते हैं उनसे हम सीखते नहीं, देखते हैं. तो लाइक अ गोलगप्पे वाला होगा तो उसके पास भी गोलगप्पा होगा. Right, there will be somebody who is doing, let's say, मोट कचौड़ी, तो वो एक ही प्रोडक्ट बना रहा है, right? So that is called the world of specialization, right? So most the normal thinking process of human being is कि मेन्यू के अंदर में जितना चीज़ें डाल सकते हो उतने डाल दो ताकि you know opportunity for business and revenue will increase, you know, which is not a wrong way of thinking, but it doesn't work. What it only increases is your production. Number of people you will have to get in. Let's say आप एक पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट बना रहे हैं, let's say आप इंडियन फूड बना रहे हैं, फिर आपको लगता है चाइनीज़ भी होना चाहिए, तो उसके लिए अलग कुजीन होगी, अलग इंग्रेडिएंट्स आएंगे, अलग शेफ की टीम आएगी, 2-3 बंदे चाहिए, क्योंकि फिर आपके पास जो you know you have to take out their offs also, rotation also, all of that. And you know, then you done the cost benefit analysis into the raw material cost which is going to come, the extra space that is going to be required, you know, the extra manpower which is going to be required, etc., and the revenue where that place is going to generate. So that, you know, so all those things are you know very important to consider. And it's the whole world. Like this business is like an iceberg. You know what it looks from outside.
Wow. I'm really amazed at that kind of a thing because nobody has come up with that kind of an answer. It depends on you, how you are in that situation. Yeah. So thank you so much for that wonderfully inspiring mantra. I'm sure हमारे बहुत सारे दर्शकों को उसका फायदा होगा. हमारे बीच बैठे हैं Ambrosia Hospitality के founder and owner Manav Sharma, who has turned around the food industry and transformed the lives of many entrepreneurs by helping them start restaurants, food chains, 5-star hotels, and I don't know, so many things. So you can get in touch with Ambrosia Hospitality. You can search them on the website. And on that note, I would like to thank you once again for being with us over here today, and I thank our sponsors also for that. Cloud Access, India's #1 cloud platform, RupiaPaisa.com, changing the lives of people around the country. Benson Trophies, the #1 trophy manufacturer. Samay Enterprises, a wonderful contracting company that you can trust with. I'm sure you will have a lot of connections with them because they are contractors, the kind of people that you're looking for. Welcome to the show, Mr. Srikanth. So happy to have you here with us.
Corporate gifting is a great way to bring the tangible element to relationship building, which is otherwise intangible and just a matter of good feelings. The gifts take the form, a physical form of the feelings that we have for each other.
Welcome back, viewers, to our next part of the 4th episode of Leaders Today, and we have a very interesting story to share with you. हम लोग जब व्यापार करते हैं तो व्यापारी का सबसे अच्छा मित्र एक दूसरा व्यापारी होता है, क्योंकि वो ही उसे सलाह देता है. And only a business owner can guide another business owner on the ways of business and all. और हम लोग रिलेशनशिप्स मेंटेन करने में अपना विश्वास रखते हैं. यू सी, देयर आर 2 kinds of currencies that are very important that you earn in business. और इसमें पैसा कहीं नहीं आता. आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट कैश एट ऑल. द फर्स्ट करेंसी इज योर रिलेशनशिप करेंसी. What do people think of you as? And the second currency is your currency of commitment. That happens when उसके बारे में तब पता लगता है when you leave the room and people talk about you. But how do you maintain the relationship currency? Diwali is around the corner and gifting is a very very big occasion. वो हम दिल से एक दूसरे को gifts देते हैं, right? And corporates lead from the front when when this festival gets near, when New Year gets near, when an employee is getting married, when somebody has a birthday, when they want to give gift to another company, and as a symbol of regard, as a symbol of respect, love and honor. And leading from the front in this industry is OffieNeeds.com. You need to get in touch with them. For that, we have the founder of Offie Needs. We have Mr. Srikanth Acharya, straight from Bangalore, who's online with us, who's going to discuss with us and share with us a fabulous 18-year-old journey that he has, and a number of years to go from here, starting as a loner and today having close to 150 people in his organization. They are serving the entire conglomerate of the South, and they are expanding very fast in the North. Welcome to the show, Mr. Srikanth. So happy to have you here with us today. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so thrilled to be here with you, Sudarshan. You said it better than anybody else could have. Corporate gifting is a great way to bring the tangible element to relationship building, which is otherwise intangible and just a matter of good feelings. The gifts take the form, a physical form of the feelings that we have for each other.
Absolutely, you put it in just the right word. It's a physical form of all our emotions, and actually these gifts, I know, see, I come from the brand building side and work with a lot of pharma companies and a lot of corporates, and actually gifts are designed around those occasions. Isn't that so?
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever the occasion, whether it's an employee joining the organization, completing a number of years, getting married, having kids, there is festivity, project completion, or even if the employee is leaving the organization, gifts are a great way to communicate how you feel about that person.
Thank you so much. That's a wonderful insight. And yeah, it's actually a very exciting field, but I want to get back to a little bit in the past, like मैं जानता हूँ कि कोई भी बिजनेस शुरू करना, व्यापार करना बहुत ही कठिन होता है. सोचना बहुत आसान है, कदम रखना बहुत आसान है, लेकिन उसको कंसिस्टेंटली करना, it's a battle uphill. You started alone. It required so many, I don't know what kind of investments you would have put into it to be able to procure gifts and take it on. 18 years ago, a wonderful career in Infosys, you quit all that and got into this entire domain. What made you do that?
Actually, आपको जान के शायद मजा आएगा कि I started this business as a result of an April Fool's prank that I played. I was working with Infosys as a software engineer. This was back in 2005. On 1st April 2005, I played a prank where I told my friends that I'm going to be quitting and I'm going to start a company. The only intent of the prank was just to keep the prank going as long as I could. And I had no serious intention of starting a business. But when people started asking, what business are you going to start? I just blurted out corporate gifts. The reason being, I had got a t-shirt from Infosys a couple of weeks back, and I was wearing it over the weekend when I went to meet a friend. And SAE over the weekend, a conversation, we heard the term corporate gifts. And that's where I was that idea of corporate gift just stayed in my mind. And I just said, I'm going to start a corporate gifting company. Somebody asked, how are you going to get customers? What products? Why are they going to buy? How will you build a team? I just went on answering this. And I say, bato mein, a business plan formed on its own. And after a couple of days, I was like, hey, actually, it's not a bad idea. I'm anyway not such a great software engineer. And, if I want to try out entrepreneurship, now is a good time. So I took that plunge and I started. And voila, it's been 18 years now. And it's been a great, very interesting journey.
Wow, what an exciting story and what a way to begin, And it's rightly said, there are many people who would be watching this program, and so many might be into corporate gifting. I met someone yesterday who wants to get into the business. What would be your advice to them, and how did you do it?
Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about the corporate gifting current market and then tell you a little bit about how I started. Today in India, the corporate gifting market. Yeah, today the corporate gifting market in India is estimated to be about 1 lakh crore rupees, right? And I regularly participate at gift expos which happen. Just in the last 2 months, I've been to gift expos which happened in Delhi, in Mumbai, and in Bangalore. Delhi being the biggest one, in 3 days, it attracted something close to 30,000 visitors. So it's estimated that there are about somewhere between 40,000 to 50,000 corporate gifting companies which are there across India. And I started off as one of them back in 2005, 18 years back. And why this is an interesting space is it's a low entry barrier business. It's a great business to start off because all you need are a handful of connections, maybe some friends, some relatives, or somebody you know who's working in some kind of a corporate, and they need some product, and the product and the customization is not rocket science at its basic form.
Yeah, basically, because you have so many kinds of manufacturers. I mean, you need notebooks you can get across to people, you need diaries, you have so many people who specialize into them, you need, simple artifacts, tabletops and all. भरी पड़ी है मार्केट उन सब चीजों से.
Correct. Absolutely. So it's a easy business to start off, a very tough one to scale, because as you start to scale, you start to realize the complexities of the business, you start to realize the challenges. The biggest challenge in this business always is time. Always is time. Everybody wants it yesterday. Everybody wanted it yesterday. Yeah. Is not only time, I think even cost is a very big factor because of so much of competition that's flaring up everywhere. मैंने कई बार देखा कि हमारे बजट में ये आना जरूरी है और पता लगता है कोई और 50 पैसे कम दे रहा है. What would you say to that? No, absolutely. It is a very, very competitive industry, no doubt about that, because it's a institutional corporate purchase. So, money saved by any business is money earned, right? So they will want to look at the most efficient way to buy products. So it is important to stay competitive, but the competitiveness can come not just by reducing costs, but by adding a lot more value also. You can think about adding value in the form of packaging, in the form of personalization, in the form of quality of customization, in the form of logistics and home deliveries, in the form of creating technology platforms. There are a lot of other ways in which you could be adding value. So delivering the highest value possible to the client is the trick, not offering the cheapest possible product. And I think that applies to pretty much any industry.
Wonderful. So if I ask you something, you've had a fabulous journey of 18 years. I'm sure there must have been many kinds of challenges that even you would have faced. आपने बहुत सी ऐसी situations देखी होंगी जहाँ पे आपको लगा होगा कि मैं क्यों आ गया इस इंडस्ट्री में. बहुत बार होता है. There is कोई भी ऐसी जीवन यात्रा नहीं है जो संघर्ष के बिना बनी हो या सफल हुई हो. ऐसा मेरा मानना है और ऐसा अक्सर देखा गया है. और ऐसा अगर हम इतिहास देखें तो भारत के इतिहास में भी जितने भी रहे हैं महापुरुष रहे हैं उन सबके जीवन में कुछ ना कुछ संघर्ष अवश्य रहा है. आपके जीवन का सबसे बड़ा संघर्ष क्या था इस पूरी आपकी इस पूरी यात्रा के दौरान?
See, these 18 years of journey, बहुत सारे फॉरवर्ड्स देखे होंगे आपने जहाँ पे दिखाया जाता है कि कोई एंटरप्रेन्योरल जर्नी ऐसा स्ट्रेट लाइन नहीं होता है. It is lot of ups and downs, lots of ups and downs, and that is very, very true. And I've seen my fair share of ups and downs. But I'll talk about something which happened quite recently. COVID is a situation which everybody will be able to connect with. Just 3 years back, when COVID hit, I think all industries were hit. Events and get-togethers were completely impacted. That means corporate gifting was completely shut down. So we had no idea what hit us. But initial 2, 3, 4 months were difficult. But after that, we started to adapt. There was a lot of innovation that we did, a lot of experimentation which we did. Uski wajah se 2, 3 innovation came out. For example, I'll talk about one particular innovation which came out and it really saved us. And I'm going to share with you why hustling is one of the most important traits an entrepreneur needs. So when COVID happened, we lost 99% of our business overnight. Whatever we were doing in February 2020, in March 2020, 99% of it was wiped out. But we were trying to figure out what is it that we could do and stuff like that. And I realized that employees who are working in corporates are now suddenly forced to work from home. And homes are not designed to be great workplaces. So people don't have chairs, tables back then. So what we did is we quickly brainstormed together, got our team together and put together a platform called thehomeoffice.in. And we started an e-commerce website which sells chairs, tables, laptop stands, headphones, Wi-Fi improvement equipment, and so on. And we reached out to the same corporates who are our clients and we said, and they would say, hey, we don't need gifts now. We have so many other things to worry about. We would say, No, let's not talk about gifts. Let's talk about what can you do to help your employees work more efficiently.
All for the WFH industry, work from home. Yes, absolutely.
Work from home industry. We said, why don't you give them points on our platform and let them buy tables, chairs, laptop stands, whatever will help them work more efficiently. So, I mean, this is the way where you need to be really flexible, really nimble, really innovative. Always keep hustling. They say that, right? When one door closes, there's another door that opens up. So always keep looking for the door or the window.
Like, absolutely. And this actually shows that, like a necessity is the mother of all inventions and strategies and methods. And basically, मेरे ख्याल से इसके अंदर सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी, apart from all that what you have said, is to keep searching and you should have that hunger to keep growing and to keep, and having that faith that this too shall pass. ये बहुत ज़रूरी है. Otherwise, it will become very difficult for a business owner to survive.
बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने सुदर्शन जी.
मैं एक और चीज कहना चाहूंगा कि यू वर्क मतलब आप कितने लोगों के साथ काम करते होंगे, पीपल हु आर सप्लाइंग मटेरियल टू यू फ्रॉम द रूरल ऑफ इंडिया, फ्रॉम द अर्बन ऑफ इंडिया, and from far from rural or tradition and all that. How exciting is all that, and how inspiring is that, because you are making a difference in the lives of so many people over there?
Yeah, absolutely true. I think a lot of times the MSME industry is not given enough credit. MSME industry as a whole, as a sector, provides the second largest employment, I think, after agriculture. And it does not get its due credit, but I that's something which gives me the most amount of joy. In my company, we directly employ over 130 people, and indirect employment through other service providers and other job workers and everything. It could be an additional 50 to 100 more people. And we work with suppliers. The supplier base that we have for the products that we buy is about 400 to 500 different suppliers from across all cities. We have people from as far as Madurai, from Ludhiana, from Kolkata, from Bhubaneswar, from Gujarat, from pretty much all parts of the country. We have
आपने पूरे भारतवर्ष को एक अपने बिजनेस में सम्मिलित किया हुआ है, और सबकी जीवन की धारा आपने एक बना रखी है, और सबके लिए एक रास्ता खोल के रखा हुआ है उनके जीवन का.
हमारे बिजनेस के ये अच्छी बात है कि हमारे बिजनेस में ऐसे करने का मौका मिलता है हमको.
Great. Thank you so much. आपसे बात करके बहुत अच्छा लगा श्रीकांत. I hope you enjoyed coming on the show and sharing your life journey, because there are so many people who can get inspired from you, and this is really a very, very good interaction. I'm having my first online interaction. Wonderful to know you. All the best to you. And before going, if you could just leave with just in 30 seconds, just say what inspires you to go on, so that somebody can draw that inspiration from what you said.
Thank you so much. I have really enjoyed being here on this show, Sudarshan ji. And I think one thing which I want to tell to all entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs is focus on solving problems. Focus on solving your customers' problems. Don't be obsessed with selling your product or service. Your product or service will sell by itself if you focus on knowing what your customers' problems and aspirations are, and solving those. Be obsessed with solving those problems. That would be my advice. Thank you so much for the opportunity. It's been great fun being here.
Thank you so much, Srikanth, for being with us over here on Leaders Today. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Cloud Access, India's #1 cloud platform, RupiaPaisa.com, changing the lives of people around the country, Benson Trophies, the #1 trophy manufacturer in the country, and Samay Enterprises, one of the best contractors that you can get in touch with for your retail and residential needs. And finally, thank you, Tajiri, for this wonderful outfit. I really like it when I wear those suits. In the end, be a problem solver, and you will find a place in the heart of your clients. This is Sudarshan Ramakrishna Chitlur signing off on the 4th episode. See you back on the 5th one of Leaders Today soon. See you.